Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm laughing because the chat is funny already, but I wasn't trying to blame anybody for anything, but I did put out the apology for the technical difficulties, but we don't have much time. So, Mike, got to check in with you, bro. Just want to make sure everything is good on your end, bro.
F y'all, everything is fine. I don't appreciate none of the hate. People just assume that it be me all the time. And y'all lucky I can't click it. Throwback. Keep it up. Keep it up. I see you.
Listen, look, yesterday, look, first of all, this PC stuff, it's for the birds. I'm sorry. Like
He means PC as in not like Mac, not Apple.
anything that is not Mac is just not is inappropriate, and that's what happens, right? They always updating stuff, and then you got to always restart your computer.
Right. So you have to restart to install the update, and then you got to restart to activate the update. What is that?
It's too much restarting, bro. So
God.
so Mike and I are the type of people that don't touch our settings. Leave it. We come back, it should be working exactly the same. And unfortunately, Windows, PC, all that bull crap, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Mike, it's good to be here. We were here yesterday. But today we want to talk about, Sam Darnold and his tenure here with the Niners. He's our quarterback 2. He beat out Trey Lance for quarterback 2, or he was selected to be quarterback 2, and then they traded Trey Lance. Now, listen, there's a situation going on in New York where the New York Football Jets lost their quarterback Aaron Rodgers for the season. And so now, do you think New York should New York's calling people at this point, right? Robert Saleh just spoke and said that he's going to be calling people, right? Is Sam Darnold one of those people?
Well, so that's where it gets interesting, right? They're trying to confirm and affirm that Zach Wilson's the guy. So they're not looking for another starter based on if you believe what Robert Saleh is saying. But I don't believe what Robert Saleh is saying.
Oh, come on, bro.
I'm sorry.
Yo, which tree did he grow
Exactly. He came straight from the Kyle Shanahan tree. And if it's one position I know they're going to lie about, it's them damn quarterbacks, bro.
Bro.
It's them damn quarterbacks.
They be capping, fam. Where's my cap, by the way? Need to wear something. They be capping, bro. Look.
We did the black thing again. All right, never mind. I ain't going to talk about it. It's just how we do. It's cool.
I'm just saying, bro, and here's the thing, right? Sam Darnold, this has not happened. This is all speculation, so I don't want people to go around saying the Niners are going to trade Sam Darnold because Wayne Breezy and Mike Andrews said so. No, it's not what we're saying. What we are saying is that injuries happen to the quarterback position every single year, and usually when you have some quarterbacks in your stable, you feel comfortable moving on from them. So, Mike, last night on the after overreaction show, because it was an overreaction show, it was just weird because the vibe was just like we overreacted already. So it was weird. But on the show, you and I and Tony and the rest of the crew, we presented a scenario. You and I went through the different GMs, scenarios. So the poll question right now is the Jets are willing to give up a 3rd-round pick to the 49ers for Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm asking the people out there, if they're the 49ers, do you make the trade? Now let's talk about today the pros and cons of trading Sam Darnold.
Okay.
So give me some pros, Mike. What would benefit the 49ers in trading Sam Darnold?
Okay, so from the perspective of the Niners.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll start with the obvious one, draft capital.
Draft capital.
Right. I think that goes without saying. Now, we don't know what that compensation may or may not be, but we do know that there would be some sort of draft capital coming back in return for Sam Darnold. Another one would be cap relief. Sam Darnold has the the highest quarterback salary in the room, and he's not the starter. So, we would get a little bit more cap relief. Not that we need it right now. The Niners are sitting pretty good right now with cap space. But if Darnold were to be the one that's traded, we would get a little bit more cap relief.
All right, so right now, Sam Darnold base salary is $1.9 million. This is per over the cap. His prorated bonus is 1.5. His bonus per game is $1 million. So every time he plays a game, he gets $1 million.
No.
I mean, it's broken down into the games. That's what I'm saying.
Right. The million is divided by 17 or whatever. Yeah.
And then he gets his workout bonus, and then there's another bonus, but he's guaranteed $2 million. His cap number is only $5.7 million. So that's the cap relief.
Right. Wait, how much did you say?
Yeah, 5.7 million. That's his number.
Wait, his contract was that much?
Yeah, it's a lot of incentives though, right? So like every game, he'll get he get up to $1 million, right, for his game bonus. So if he plays a game, like you said, we got the calculator out. $1 million divided by 17. Right now, $1 million divided by 17, and then we'll know. But right now, he's missing out. He didn't. Well, wait a minute. Does this mean that does he get this if he plays in the game, or does he have to start the game?
No, I think he's got to be active game day, and he's going to get that.
So he's getting that. That per game. He actually
59,000 basically. It's $58,823.
So Sam Darnold took 4 snaps on Sunday and got 59,000.
Even if he didn't take a snap, he's active on game day. He's still getting that money.
Okay. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I just my bad. I'm just saying, but he only took 4 snaps, but it doesn't matter, like you said. So yeah, the number is 5.7 million.
I didn't know it was that high. I don't know why. I felt like they said that they signed Sam Darnold to like $3 million or something like that. Why was?
Well, I think the guaranteed portion of that was $2 million. But somehow it's jumping up. The number is 5.7 when you add in all the bonuses.
I get it. I understand. So we focus so much on the guarantee that's all we kind of talk about because of what happened last year with Nate Sudfeld. We focused on the guarantee.
Right.
And we wanted to shoot down that there's no guarantee that Sam Darnold's going to be here. Look what they did with Nate Sudfeld. And we focused on the guaranteed dollars during the offseason talks and discussions. When in reality, the Niners are giving him a decent amount of money to be here, especially if he's on the active roster, especially if he plays, and then there's other, like you said, incentives and bonuses associated with that. That might be why his agent thought that he was going to be the starter.
The contract, right?
Yeah.
So before Sam Darnold's contract, Trey Lance was making, I think, 7 or 8 million. It was a higher number, which would dictate. Because you always say, does the contract dictate if you're the starting quarterback or not? But they cap relief that Trey Lance contract, and now Sam Darnold. So this could be something that do the 49ers want to relieve cap space? More cap space. I know they got $41.5 million sitting, chilling, waiting.
Minding this business.
Yeah, you already knew where I was going, right? Minding this business. But do they want to relieve even more?
I don't think we need more cap space. I think right now what they want to do is just set the team up for future success.
But that's what I mean, Mike. So that's you don't need it now.
Well, what I'm saying is, I guess I think the draft capital is more important than any cap relief we'll get from trading Sam. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Because I think it's going to be a drop in the bucket. That $40 million that we have right now, we know that the Niners can manipulate the heck out of $40 million. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
So I think it's more about the draft capital, and the rights to a player or a pick for 4 years is more important than, the $1.5 million, $2 million we'll get. He got most of his money. He got 1.5 as a signing bonus, I believe you said. Is that what you said, that he got due at signing or something like that when you broke down his contract? And then the rest of it will be earned as the season goes on. So that's what the Jets would potentially be trading for. It's what goes on throughout the duration of it. Anything that he didn't get as a signing bonus is what could be traded, and that could be the relief.
All right. So no, this is interesting because this is the stuff that's boring to everybody. But, when people say, oh, yeah, we could trade, blah, blah, blah. There's so many factors into working out a deal that it's not even funny, right? So you just gave me a pro. You talked about cap relief. You talked about draft capital. Are there any more pros before we get into the cons?
For the Niners, I think it would. Does it boost Brock Purdy's confidence? I don't know. I don't think Brock Purdy can get any more confident from the team showing like we're behind you. So maybe not that. Another pro for trading Sam. I don't think there's many. I think there's more cons than there are pros. The Niners trading him.
So let's talk about the cons for the 49ers then.
You want me to run them off?
Yeah, you got it, bro.
The depth in the quarterback room becomes abysmal.
It does. It's already abysmal, in my opinion. But abysmal is worse than it's bad. It's not as solid as it was when you had Lance here, because you added that depth. But look, they are working out a quarterback named Ian Book. He played one game with the Saints. His NFL career. This is per Tom Pelissero. This happened this morning, and so we'll see. That means they're probably going to be working out other quarterbacks. But we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. It's just a developing story, guys. This has not happened. He has not been signed to the 49ers or anything like that. But let's talk about this because he won't enhance. On paper, he won't enhance the quarterback room. But if you watch his film, he kind of resembles a Kyle Shanahan type of quarterback.
I have not seen the film, so I can't speak to what you're saying. So I think if you want to reiterate or emphasize what you saw on film, then I'm here to.
Well, he's just a guy with a quick release that likes to get the ball out of his hands quick. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't have the super duper strong arm. I mean, that would be one thing you're going to lose from Sam Darnold. But are we built to throw the ball down the field? I think we do got some playmaking wide receivers that are going to be looking for that long ball at some point. And I'm not talking about Danny Gray, Pauls. But, you could. Is that where we utilize like a receiver like Ronnie Bell? We watched him do it in preseason, right?
Right.
And so like
Darnold completed one to Bell. He completed
but the
one
other guys
to,
aren't playing. That's my point. Like, there's no not Turner. Well, there's no Chris Conley.
Conley, that's the other one.
Yeah, he's on the practice squad as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like so you get that deep ball if you ever you get the deep option pass if you ever wanted to utilize that. You know what I'm saying? But again, back to Ian Book, I feel like you're getting another version of a Brock Purdy. And so people are probably like, well, why are they talking about trading Sam Darnold, right? Well, I mean, there was a big injury that happened in New York, and Aaron Rodgers is out for the season. Torn, his Achilles is done, popped.
Is it possible that we have supporters that don't know that? Like that they're more in tune with our shows than they are like NFL news? Like
you know what, Mike, that you said that. Mike, have I ever told you how great you are of a person and how much of a blessing you are to me? Have I ever said that to you?
I mean, yes, but not on camera.
So so Mike, I don't know if you remember, we had a conversation about a week ago, and then I got confirmation this past weekend from something that John V said to me in person, but it was what you said, and I know you didn't say it to him because you told me off the air. So Mike, today, 7 p.m., your boy Breezy's doing an all 32 show. And I'm going to give you the news around the NFL. You know why, Mike? Because I freaking love football, bro.
Huh? What'd I tell you?
I freaking love football, bro.
What'd I tell you? Look at you smiling. Man, that's what I'm talking about,
I'm smiling because you just sat there and said, do people not know what's going around the NFL? And this is another confirmation. This is another ding. that, I need to give it to him. So, yeah, guys, 7 p.m. right here in the Wayne Breezy channel. Peachy's going to be my co-host. We are going to be giving you an hour of news behind the NFL. Injuries, players to watch, rookies of the week, players of the week. It's going to be fun, man. Make sure you guys tune in, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mike.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
People may not know that. Like, so, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is done for the year, okay? So, like, the Jets know who Sam Darnold is. I don't know if Robert Saleh knows, but Robert Saleh trusts Kyle Shanahan. And I know I made up a word called trusts. So I know he trusts. Those are going to be people that's going to talk about that. Okay, and then there will be silent night. They know Sam Darnold. Now, the fact that he's been in Shanahan's system for a full off season, preseason, has leaped to be the number 2. He'll give, I feel like, Zach Wilson some competition. Even though Saleh doesn't want to make it a competition, Sam Darnold goes. If he trades, if the Jets trade Sam Darnold for some draft capital, Sam Darnold will be starting.
I mean, yeah. Otherwise, if you're really just looking for a backup, just sign whatever free agents are out there, right? I mean, Matt Ryan's out there. I thought he looked pretty terrible last year, but he is out there.
They may go with a veteran. You're right.
You can. If you get really desperate and you do want to try to win, I would even contemplate bringing Tom Brady back. But let's take the focus off of just the Niners and Sam Darnold real quick. What about Brandon Allen? Let's say they are just looking for just a backup, right?
I mean,
a little
listen,
bit of familiarity with the system. Spent the offseason here as well.
But he didn't thrive. I felt like if I'm the Jets, I don't want Brandon Allen. But we could talk about it.
Well, I'm saying to keep the confidence high for Zach Wilson. You bring in Sam Darnold, it's going to be like, oh, crap, this guy was number 3 overall.
Listen, wait a minute. Why are you worried about Zach Wilson's confidence when you went and traded for Aaron Rodgers? If anything, that should have threw his confidence all the way under the bus, into the earth, under the ground, somewhere near hell. Like that's where his confidence should be. If anything, he's going to have to figure a way to dig himself out. Now, listen, he came into the game and he helped his team win in overtime. All right? So I will say that. But at the end of the day, I don't think they believe Zach Wilson is the answer, because if they did, they would have never traded for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think they wanted to do a little bit of a win-now mode season with Aaron Rodgers this year and let Zach Wilson learn from him. Learn what it takes to be a pro, work ethic, work habits, and things like that. Respecting your teammates. Like, I watched a lot of the Hard Knocks, and I personally felt like I saw growth in Zach Wilson watching him interact with Aaron Rodgers, and I'm just getting a small portion of what they're allowed to show. You know what I'm saying? I think that will reap benefits, and I do think that they felt they drafted a really talented kid from BYU. I really think that they thought,
yeah, but can they
this guy
develop
could be
him?
Something.
You get what I mean? Like, right now, when you look at the New York Football Jets, that defense is damn near on the verge of being like, their defense is ready. Like, their defense is pretty stout. The AFC East, all 4 teams in the AFC East got some defenses, with the Bills probably being the worst of the 4, but their defense is still good, right? And so the way they've drafted, Saleh built that defense through the draft. You got you a quarterback. They kind of did the same thing we did, but they decided to hold on to theirs and bring in a veteran. So when a veteran comes in, when a potential Hall of Fame guy comes in, you have no choice but to man up. You have no choice but to act more mature. You have no choice, because whatever that veteran says goes. So like at the end of the day, his ass could have been traded somewhere. Now, luckily, he did what he needed to do, and I just don't think the Jets are all in on him, and I think they're going to need another option. But why not let Sam Darnold be that option? Like, Sam Darnold has proven in preseason that he can look good with getting the ball out of his hand quick, doing certain things, and look at the team now compared to the team then when he was there. You telling me the Jets don't got weapons?
It's a more stable environment all around, no matter how you spin it. It's very different than what was going on when he was there originally. So I do like that. I guess we'll just have to see. But did we finish the list of cons for the Niners getting rid of him?
Nah, bro. We took a super sideway down the street. We could, but
like,
you could
finish. Know what I'm
finish.
saying? But I'm saying other than the depth being diminished.
Well,
Right.
I think the talent would be diminished too. So if you want to talk about depth, I don't know if that goes hand in hand, but let's talk about talent because you already got rid of a quarterback. But then now, if you get rid of Sam Darnold, now you're losing talent there. Now I don't know what Brandon Allen can be in this offense. There's just not enough reps. We didn't get to see enough in the preseason. We didn't get to see enough during training camp. Is he a guy that Kyle Shanahan can shape and mold? I think the question mark is, well, why are you looking at another quarterback? Like, why are you trying to bring in another quarterback, working out another quarterback? And people could like, oh, it's for the practice squad, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. But why? So there's other reasons than the practice squad. I feel like
Go
ahead.
I saw a lot of those beat writers trying to.
This is why I love you, bro.
They were trying to clarify. Let me be nice. They were trying to clarify that, Tuesdays is the day that the Niners bring in various players for workouts. So it's not that big of a deal. But those same beat writers also bought the word when Kyle said, "Oh, Trey Lance isn't on the field because he was too emotional."
Because it was a story. They wanted to make never mind, yeah.
Because he was emotional. And we saw right through that. I'm just saying that, Robert Saleh went to the podium immediately after the game and said, "We're fearing for the worst. We won't have confirmation until tomorrow." And so I don't think it's far-fetched for the Jets to have called around to some teams and said, "Hey, just let me know who's available on your roster." Not that they made any offers to anybody or anything like that, but I do think that they made calls around the NFL and said, "Hey, we might be in the market for another quarterback sooner rather than later. We're going to wait to see what the diagnosis is on Aaron, but we may be back in touch with you. Do you have anybody that's available?" And the Niners, doing the right thing, doing their due diligence, said, "Well, guys, what if we could move one of these guys to the Jets? We're going to need another quarterback on this roster to be our QB3. So let's figure some stuff out." And I think what they did.
I mean, I feel like you're speaking wisdom. My boy says Niners are addicted to quarterback controversy. This wouldn't be necessarily I consider controversy. I think if the compensation is right, I can see John Lynch pulling the trigger real quick. Because I feel like they must know something we don't know. Now, listen, let's go to the main con, because I know a lot of people were like, dude, we went through 4 quarterbacks last year, right? But that goes along with the depth, right? And so, we did go through 4 quarterbacks. I really feel that was an anomaly. I've never seen a team go through 4 quarterbacks. Maybe this year it'll be the Jets. But my point is, I've never seen a team do it. And, of course, it would be the San Francisco 49ers to set the precedent. It'd be the first team in the NFL to literally have to go through 4 quarterbacks and bring an injured quarterback back into a game, bro. So the thing that's funny to me is Brock seems to be pretty much healthy, and the talent in the room, Mike, doesn't scream. It doesn't stand out as much as it would have if things were different in the quarterback room with the San Francisco 49ers. We went from having the number 1 quarterback room to me in the league for situations if something was to happen, to now having bottom tier quarterback in the league, 30, 31, 32. Yeah. And that's with Sam Darnold.
Mm-hmm. So it's very important that the Niners also have to do this thing for morale now too, right? Don't just make any and everybody available at the drop of a dime. Let's keep the cohesion. Let's let the camaraderie build in this locker room and not just make everybody feel expendable. They got to be careful with that. They have to be careful with that. So I'm going to ask you again, now that reality is setting in, I know we're coming up to the 5-minute warning here. Now that reality is setting in, would you actually pull the trigger for Sam Darnold?
I just feel like the 49ers, if the 49ers can find a quarterback that they feel can run this system, I mean, they went and got Sam Darnold. And I know Sam Darnold was a first-round draft pick, drafted number 3 overall, who had a bad stint in the NFL. it all comes down to depending on the compensation for me. So you asked me yesterday, was it a 3rd round pick or I think it was a 4th round pick? I can't remember what the number was.
We settled on a 3rd round pick plus
And a
a 7th that could go all the way up to a 5th.
See what that's some compensation, bro. And so like, how do you, like? I know people are banking on the what if we lose all of our quarterbacks out there, but why can't we bring in a veteran guy on a cheap veteran deal to help run this quarterback system?
Let's bring Tom Brady home.
Tom Brady, I don't think ever wants to play for the 49ers. Well, that was Aaron Rodgers. Maybe his ass should have came here. Anyway, my point is, you're right, but my point is, why can't we do that? We'll have the money. We have the, you know what I'm saying? Now you move on from him. You got draft capital. You got freed up cap space. And now you can go ahead and sign a veteran quarterback, which I thought they were going to do if they were all in on Trey Lance. You know what I mean? But they weren't. They were really trying to be all in on this competition. Sam Darnold would be
Matt
cool.
Ryan for the Niners.
You took the word. Man,
I'm sorry.
where's your light bulb thing? I don't have that sound.
I don't have any sounds.
Oh, okay. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like, now you could bring in the veteran guy that's familiar with the system, and you just flipped something that cost you $2 to $5 million into a 3rd and a 5th round pick, 7th round conditional to 5th round pick.
Yeah.
And you just put back your quarterback room. Would you say Matt Ryan elevates the quarterback room more than Sam Darnold? I know he had a doo-doo season in Indianapolis, but he fits this system.
He's a fit. Physically, no. Mentally, yes.
But you're not. You're banking on Matt Ryan only having to come in if something happens to Brock.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it strengthens the room. It makes us a better room. There's more knowledge of the system and things like that. I think the players would have more confidence in him. You know, this is the guy. Last time he played with Kyle was an MVP for the NFL. Who would get upset about that? Who would get upset about that? And as long as Brock stays healthy, we won't have to see him out there at all. But he could be a good teacher for Brock on the sidelines, and whoever else the Niners decide to draft next season, like that, he would, if he was here for next season. But if they moved on from Darnold, I would not be mad if they brought in Matt Ryan at all.
I like this is from your channel, Coffee Buzz 33. Read that, Mike, if you can.
Niners are not trading Sam Darnold. He's only getting $5 million, and he knows the system. Matt Ryan could be the one exception. Dum.
I just think it's all stepping stones for the San Francisco 49ers. Again, guys, this is speculation. I hope people aren't coming in here thinking this is really going to happen. But this is just speculation. Everybody been trashing Sam Darnold, and now all of a sudden they don't want to trade him. That's the funny part. Like they've been bashing, stashing, smashing him, and now all of a sudden they don't want to trade Sam Darnold because the Jets need him. Like, you know, the Jets need a quarterback, period. But you get what I'm saying? Like all of a sudden.
Niner fans, they do that shit so much,
They want their cake
bro.
and eat it too, bro. I tell you, man.
It's like, he's ours, and you can't have him. And then you go back to their timeline, it was like, I hope he never has to touch the field. This guy sucks. I don't want to see him out here. It's like, well, pick a side. Pick a side. If you think he's that bad, then let Sam go. Let Sam go. If you think he's that bad, like, what's the problem?
This is our guy Maui. I wanted to get to his comment real quick. Breezy, Brock got sacked 3 times. We got 30 seconds. Brock got sacked 3 times last week. Keep Darnold. Bring in Matt Ryan's anyways as a 3rd. I mean, the sacks, what are your thoughts, bro, on this?
Get your shoes on. Get your shoes on. He's saying that with him getting sacked just 3 times in 1 week, that means he's getting hit a lot more. We're probably going to need another quarterback at some point in time.
Yeah, I mean, I think
for a couple series.
I think everybody feels that way because quarterbacks get hurt in the system. So why give up a quarterback in the system? But if you're gaining a quarterback, are you really giving up anything? Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in to No Harm, No Foul. We'll be back tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same place. We love y'all. I know we 15 minutes early. Tuesdays, we have to shift the show around a little bit. It's all good. All right, but we'll see you guys tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.
Peace.